Session number 2 of cognitive processing therapy for PTSD treatment in the books. I'm telling you, if you are a police officer or if you're a former combat veteran, you are going to recognize some of these things I'm going to talk about. You cannot miss this. Hi, my name is Scott. I've been in law enforcement for a long time. Prior to that, I was in the United States Marines, deployed to Iraq twice, yet I am still affected by some of the thoughts and feelings that I had when I was over there, when I was almost killed in one incident in particular, along with some other dangerous things that were the first time eyes had ever seen some stuff that our minds are just not meant to comprehend, and it's very hard to process. And then obviously in law enforcement, there have been disturbing times as well, but you gotta understand this stuff. I'm learning so much about these things called stuck points. Disclaimer, disclaimer, disclaimer. I am not a medical doctor. I am not a psychologist. I am not a counselor. I am not a coach. I am just a guy going through treatment because of experiences I have had through the Marine Corps and being in law enforcement. This is just for informational purposes only. Let me read you some of these stuck points. These are actually some of the stuck points that I have, where you think about, where you have thoughts that hinder your recovery. They completely prevent your recovery from experiencing a traumatic event. Such stuck points like, other people should not be trusted. If I have a happy life, I will be dishonoring my friends. I have no control over my future. I must be on guard at all times. No civilians can understand me. Now, the psychologist did make this point. She said, you have these stuck points, and there's a hint of truth to them in the sense that, okay, the world is not all happy places everywhere and happy people everywhere who present no danger. But then again, is it at a point where everywhere is just imminent threat? Like, that's a stuck point that I have. I will literally just lose the presence of being with friends. I will just be so busy at restaurants and hangout places, concerts, wherever, and I will get so zoned out because I'm scanning the places so hard. Rather than an initial scan and just being of a level of healthy awareness, no, I will actually zone out when people are talking to me because I see things, and then I will just focus on them as if they were an imminent threat. Now, like I said, psychologist told me she doesn't want me to process these thoughts in a way that I become on the exact opposite, but she made this phrase. She said, when it comes to the treatment, put your flexible hat on and take your rigid hat off. Police, military, we're a tough group. 1, we don't want to admit when we need help. 2, we're not really willing to talk about it to anyone who we don't know, if we're willing to talk about it at all. There's a third something in there. But when she said that, it made sense. For me to be willing to understand that my thoughts are really, really powerful, but that they can change and I can have power over them. Because she made it very clear that we humans have thoughts and we have emotions. So when we go through an experience, thoughts and emotions are going to happen because we're human. However, everyone has differing thoughts and emotions that happen from an encounter. Some people are bothered when there is a snake in the room. Some people are not bothered when there is a snake in a room. Heck, I know some people that would seize the moment to grab the snake, put it in an aquarium, and make it a pet. Everyone has their own thoughts and emotions that happen because of an experience, and everyone processes it differently. But the thing is, we have thoughts and emotions. So there's no denying that. We're not robots. We are affected. Bottom line. So the whole point, she said, for me going forward is to challenge the negative stuck points that I have as a result of PTSD and that you may have from traumatic events that you have seen. Whether if you were a veteran, you were almost killed in combat, or you lost a good friend right in front of you, or in policing, you respond and you see someone taking their last breath after they've been shot, or sadly, the home agency where I used to work for, an officer was killed in the line of duty. There are going to be officers that are traumatized by this experience. It's up to them to support themselves, and it is up to the department to make it very clear that there will be support so that they can process these thoughts and emotions in a healthy way. And also, the psychologist told me, don't ever settle for being upset. And what I'm talking about is, you obviously don't want to be upset, but dig deeper. What is triggering the general feeling of being upset? She said Marines were really bad for this. Is the emotion and the feeling fear, but yet it's just being called upset? Is the emotion the feeling of sadness, yet it's just being called upset? So she wanted to make that very clear. It's a lot of self-analyzing, and really bringing about these thoughts and not denying them, but also learning how to overcome them. So I will talk more about that in another video as these sessions go along. Once again, I have homework, and the homework is to basically explain an event, what thoughts happened of it, and then what consequences those thoughts have had on me. I got to tell you, hypervigilance is a consequence to the point of being unhealthy about it. Negative thinking, just where it's on autopilot, which has led to things like eating comfort food, just spending as much time as possible on the couch watching TV just to escape from reality, or surfing my phone to escape my reality. If you are having any of these stuck points resonate with you, and you're having a hard time processing these thoughts, which lead to bad emotions, which lead to bad actions on your part that are unhealthy for you, then go get help. I would recommend it. Now, if your emotions are bringing about actions that could get someone else hurt, or you get in trouble because you're in a liability on the job, like it's that bad, then I really encourage you to get some serious help now. This is serious. I'm not going to let up on this. I will continue making videos about this journey through this treatment. Hope you learned a lot from it. Subscribe to my channel if you have not. And if you did like the video, click that like button. I look forward to talking to you again. I really do. Take care. And God bless.